Every morning, before you even get out of bed, you are faced with a decision. It may not seem like a big deal in the moment, but it is the single most important choice you will make all day. You can either hit snooze, pull the covers over your head, and convince yourself that 5 more minutes of comfort will make a difference. Or you can take control of your day, rise with purpose, and step into the mindset of someone who is ready to. It's not just about waking up early or getting out of bed on time. It's about how you choose to show up for your life. Because the truth is, success doesn't happen in one big dramatic moment. It happens in the small, seemingly insignificant choices we make every single day. And the way you start your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. If you begin your day with excuses, procrastination, and hesitation, that mindset carries over into the rest of your day. If you start your day with action, discipline, and purpose, you set yourself up for momentum and success. Every day you are given a choice. You can stay exactly where you are in the comfort of what is familiar and easy, or you can step into the unknown and push yourself toward growth. The choice seems simple, yet most people unknowingly choose comfort. They convince themselves that they will start tomorrow, that they aren't ready yet, or that the risk is too great. But what they don't realize is that every time they choose comfort, they are also choosing stagnation. Growth is never easy. It demands discomfort, struggle, and uncertainty. It requires you to do things you have never done before, to challenge yourself in ways that are difficult and sometimes even painful. But the truth is, everything you want, success, confidence, achievement, fulfillment, exists on the other side of that discomfort. The people who reach their highest potential are not the ones who avoid challenges. They are the ones who embrace them. They understand that real growth only happens when you step outside of what feels safe and familiar. Comfort is tempting because it feels good in the moment. It's easier to stay in bed instead of waking up early to work on your goals. It's easier to stick with what you already know instead of learning something new. It's easier to avoid failure than to take a risk. But the problem is, comfort never leads to progress. Comfort keeps you exactly where you are, and if where you are isn't where you want to be, then choosing comfort is the same as choosing failure. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, intelligence, or luck. It's their willingness to be uncomfortable. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in the world all have one thing in common. They continuously put themselves in situations that force them to grow. They don't wait until they feel ready. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They take action even when it's difficult, even when they are afraid, even when every part of them wants to take the easier path. Every time you step into discomfort, you become stronger. You prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. You build resilience, confidence, and the ability to face the unknown without fear. And the more you do it, the more you realize that growth isn't something to be afraid of, it's something to chase. Because every time you push past your limits, you unlock a new version of yourself, a version that is capable of more than you ever imagined. The choice is always yours. You can stay where you are, comfortable but stagnant, or you can take a step forward knowing that every bit of discomfort is bringing you closer to the person you are meant to become. Growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. The question is, which choice will you make? The moment you wake up, before you even step out of bed, your mind has already started shaping your day. Your first thoughts, your attitude, and your perspective determine how you will experience everything that happens next. If you begin your day with frustration, doubt, or negativity, that mindset will carry into everything you do. But if you wake up with intention, focus, and purpose, you set yourself up for success. Your mindset is the foundation of your day, and whether that foundation is strong or weak is entirely up to you. Most people don't realize how much control they have over their own experiences. They believe that circumstances, luck, or outside events dictate how they feel and how their day unfolds. But in reality, it is your mindset that shapes your reality. When you see obstacles as problems, they slow you down. When you see them as opportunities to grow, they push you forward. When you focus on what's wrong, you feel stuck. When you focus on solutions, you find a way to move ahead. The way you think about your day determines how you experience it. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do they have bad days? Of course. Do they face setbacks, challenges, and failures? Absolutely. But what sets them apart is their minds. They don't let a bad morning ruin their progress. They don't allow a single mistake to define their entire day. They train their minds to stay focused, to see possibilities instead of problems, to keep moving forward no matter what happens. That ability isn't something they were born with, it's something they built. And it's something you can build too. The key to shaping your day starts with awareness. The thoughts you allow in your mind first thing in the morning will influence how you respond to everything else. If you tell yourself that today will be difficult, stressful, or overwhelming, your mind will look for proof to confirm that belief. But if you tell yourself that today is an opportunity, that you are capable, that you are ready to take on any challenge, your mind will focus on solutions, on progress, on making the most of every moment. Your energy follows your focus. If you focus on problems, you will feel drained before the day even begins. If you focus on growth, learning, and action, you will feel empowered. The difference between a good day and a bad day often isn't what happens to you, it's how you choose to interpret it. A delay, a rejection, or an unexpected challenge can either ruin your day or make you stronger. The choice is always yours. No matter what is happening around you, you always have control over one thing, your mindset. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you approach each day. Stop letting circumstances dictate your attitude. Stop allowing small setbacks to determine your mindset. Train yourself to wake up with purpose, to see challenges as opportunities, and to take control of your own experience, because when you do that, nothing can stop you. Every day, you make small choices that seem insignificant in the moment. Hitting snooze for 5 more minutes, skipping a workout, choosing to scroll through social media instead of reading something that could expand your mind. These choices don't feel like they matter, but over time they shape the direction of your entire life. Success and failure are rarely the result of one big decision. Instead, they are built through the accumulation of tiny, seemingly unimportant choices made consistently over time. Most people believe that big results come from big actions. They wait for the perfect moment to make a dramatic change. They think that one day they'll suddenly find the motivation to transform their habits, achieve their goals, or become the person they've always wanted to be. But that moment never comes, because change doesn't happen all at once. It happens gradually through daily decisions that compound over time. Think about it like this. If you eat one unhealthy meal, nothing happens. But if you make a habit of it every day, over time, your body will reflect those choices. If you skip one workout, it won't make a difference. But if you consistently avoid exercise, your energy, strength, and health will decline. The same applies to your mindset, your relationships, your career. Everything in your life is the result of the small choices you make consistently. On the other hand, small positive choices work the same way. Reading 10 pages of a book each day may not seem like much, but over a year, that's over 3,600 pages, equivalent to about 12 books. Practicing a skill for just 15 minutes a day might feel insignificant, but over time that adds up to mastery. Waking up 30 minutes earlier each morning won't change your life overnight, but in a few months, you will have built discipline, created more time for growth, and developed a habit that sets you apart from those who choose comfort. The power of small choices is that they work silently. You won't see immediate results. This is why most people give up. They expect instant gratification, and when they don't see progress right away, they assume their efforts aren't working. But the truth is, real growth is invisible at first. It's happening beneath the surface, just like a seed growing roots before it breaks through the ground. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's their ability to make the right small choices consistently, even when they don't see immediate rewards. It's waking up early when no one is watching. It's putting in the extra effort when it feels like it doesn't matter. It's choosing discipline over comfort, action over excuses, progress over stagnation. So ask yourself, what small choices are you making every day? Are they leading you toward the life you want, or are they keeping you stuck? Because whether you realize it or not, every decision you make is shaping your future. Choose wisely, because the small things you do today will determine where you end up tomorrow. Most people believe that success comes from motivation. They think that the key to achieving their goals is to feel inspired, to wake up every day with a burning desire to take action. But the truth is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you wake up feeling ready to take on the world. Other days, you don't even want to get out of bed. If you rely on motivation, you will only take action when you feel like it. And that is why most people never reach their full potential. Success isn't about how you feel, it's about what you do, regardless of how you feel. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is the ability to take action even when you don't feel motivated. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's going to the gym when you'd rather sit on the couch. It's working on your goals when it would be easier to make excuses. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. Think about the most successful people in the world. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. Do you think they feel motivated every single day? Of course not. But they have trained themselves to show up and do the work no matter what. They understand that success is not about how they feel in the moment. It's about consistency, effort, and commitment over time. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fleeting. Discipline is a habit, and habits are what shape your life. The reason discipline is so powerful is that it removes the need for decision making. When you are disciplined, you don't waste energy debating whether or not you should do something. You just do it. It becomes automatic. And once you build that habit, you no longer need motivation to take action. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who always feel inspired. They are the ones who take action regardless of how they feel. They understand that success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and making progress, even on the days when they don't feel like it. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your ability to take control of your life. You prove to yourself that your goals are more important than your temporary feelings. You build resilience, confidence, and the kind of mindset that leads to long-term success. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop relying on inspiration to push you forward. Instead, train yourself to take action no matter what. Because in the end, motivation might get you started, but discipline is what will keep you going. And the people who succeed are not the ones who always feel like it. They are the ones who do it anyway. Every day you have a choice. You can either make excuses for why you aren't where you want to be, or you can take action and make progress. But you cannot do both. Excuses and progress cannot coexist. One will always overpower the other. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It's their willingness to take responsibility for their actions. Excuses are easy. They protect you from discomfort. They give you a way out when things get hard. You tell yourself you don't have enough time. You don't have the right resources, or the circumstances aren't perfect. But the truth is, excuses are just stories you create to justify staying the same. They allow you to avoid the difficult truth that progress requires effort, sacrifice, and discipline. Think about anyone who has achieved great things. Do you think they had perfect conditions? Do you think they had more time, more resources, or fewer challenges than you? No. The difference is that they refused to let excuses define their actions. They didn't wait for the right time. They didn't blame external factors. They focused on what they could control and took action, even when it was difficult. Progress is not about perfection. It's about moving forward, one step at a time. It's about making the most of what you have instead of focusing on what you lack. It's about showing up and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Because in the end, success is not about who had the easiest path, it's about who refused to quit. The biggest enemy of progress is the belief that you can start later, that you can wait until things are easier, until you have more time, until you feel ready, but later never comes. The conditions will never be perfect. The only way to get where you want to go is to start now with whatever you have and commit to moving forward no matter what. Every time you make an excuse, you reinforce a mindset of limitation. But every time you take action, even a small step, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. You build momentum, you create habits, you shift your mindset from one of excuses to one of progress. And that is where real success begins. So ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be someone who looks back with regret, realizing that your excuses held you back? Or do you want to be someone who pushed through, who took responsibility, who made progress no matter what? The choice is yours, but remember, you can make excuses or you can make progress. You can't do both.